magic. Hello everyone, my name is Frosty Nintendo Let's Player, Twitch streamer, but today I want to show you guys actually my smallest gaming collection to ever be going to be recorded on this channel. Let's get right to it. So the PS3 Super Slim is the console I have. This is technically I think the 128 gig, but I bought this refurbished and it has I think a 500 gig hard drive inside, which is, I got it at a really good deal with this smoking hot red controller for about, I think, $80. And this is without sales tax because I bought it on OfferUp. Screw sales tax, seriously. But jokes aside though, there are technically 3 models of the PS3 because how ironic, PlayStation 3, there's 3 different models of this. The one I have is technically the cheapest and latest model. You can tell that this is a pretty cheaply made console compared to the other two. The first gen being the really fat PS3 known as the OG PS3, which is backwards compatible with PS1 and 2 games. And then the Slim plays the PS1 and 3 games. And this one only plays the PS1 and 3 games as well. Which is interesting because the fat one, the main problem with this console generation, with the PS3, 360, and Wii, they all tend to overheat for some interesting reasons. Because if my research was correct, from what I've remembered, reading online blogs and news reportings, is that these consoles tend to overheat due to the fact that it was due to the infancy age of Wi-Fi. The Nintendo Wii had the Wii Connection 24, which is a terrible idea if you're using the first gen. I've never experienced overheating on PS3, but I have experienced overheating on 360 and especially the Nintendo Wii. Oh my lord, it was horrible. So that's as far as I know. The DualShock 3 honestly is not my favorite controller, but it gets the job done. The PS4's DualShock 4 controller, huge improvement. But hey, since I have small hands, DualShock 3 feels pretty good. Up until some games actually use the directional pad. So disclaimer, if you want to stream games off the PS3, you're going to have to do the same method as the PS TV, which you will require a HDMI splitter, which I will be posting pictures of, the one I use, and the power brick supply I use, because HDMI splitters tend to die out really quickly. Same goes with the PS3 consoles. They've been reporting just up until recently that they've been dying out, the hard drive's failing, the hardware is failing, etc, etc. So make sure if you're looking for a PS3 or HDMI splitter, make sure it says refurbished or the previous gen model. Especially with HDMI splitters, previous gen model makes a huge difference. So, with that being said, let's get into my smallest collection of this channel's history, which is, we're going to start out with Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection. So technically, this is Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, base game, and the HD collection. So this collection contains Metal Gear 1, 2, Solid 1, Virtual Missions 1. That's on the digital code, by the way, for the Solid 1 section. And then this 2 has Solid 2, 3, and then Peace Walker. And there's a couple goodie extras as well. This is the one that the console version has advantage over the Vita version with the HD collection, due to the fact that it has Peace Walker, which was an exclusive for the PSP at the time. So that's pretty cool. But if you're looking for the Legacy Collection, disclaimer, make sure the seller has pictures of the codes not have been redeemed. There's no expiration date, for as I know, for Metal Gear Solid 1 and its virtual missions on the code, unlike PS4 games. So, well, other than that though, phenomenal series. I just recently finished Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, and 4 on the Twitch channel. All those parts will be uploaded as of this recording, so if you guys have not checked out those videos, strongly recommend them. They're not 100% completed, but they are my first experiences. And with blind playthroughs, I try to keep it authentic as possible. But if any of you guys have never played Metal Gear Solid, this is a really great collection to jump in, and it's actually not that expensive for what it's worth. So, Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection, strongly recommend it. Then we have Persona 4 Arena. This has pretty much Persona 4 and 3 casts in a story mode. The manual is only really thick because it has 3 different languages. But Persona 4 Arena is probably the weirdest spin-off in the Persona universe, as far as I know. The dancing games are not that weird compared to this. I mean, angering your foes just to fight them, it works. But disclaimer: if you're playing this on single player mode, be sure to use a guide if you're going for 100% completion, because how the story mode works in this one, it's just branching off of individual characters' aspects. So you're going to be seeing some very similar dialogue throughout here on out. But disclaimer, you got to have a lot of patience. It took me 5 days to finish this because I got tired of the repetitive dialogue from other characters. So other than that though, it's a pretty good fighting game. I'm not into fighting games as much, but I do like the P4 cast. Not so much about the P3, but P4 is amazing. And we have its direct sequel. Direct sequel, not upgraded version. Although they did upgrade a lot of features in this game. So, Ultimax is a sequel, as I mentioned just now. It's a sequel to the Persona 4 Arena base game. Ultimax, you're going to see this game go up a lot in price. Probably one of the more expensive PS3 games from what I've seen. But it's because it's Persona 4 and 3 cast. So this one has a much better single player mode. It goes off of P4 story mode and then P3 story mode, but it's not as repetitive as the base game of Persona 4 Arena. So it's something I do like. I do like these games equally, which is surprising because you're gonna hear a lot of people talk about Persona 4 Ultimax, the game itself, and they buy the DLC for Arena, but I don't want to support sales tax. So I bought these on offer for a pretty good deal, $40 for both of them. So that's a gamer right there. So that's Persona 4 Ultimax. With that, ladies and gentlemen, that is my entire PS3 collection. I'm not even kidding. It's the smallest collection in the gaming library that I currently own as of this recording. I don't plan on getting any more PS3 games due to the fact that either you could get them cheaper digitally on Steam, or most of the PS3 games that I kind of want, but it's also on Vita, and I prefer the Vita over the PS3, so I'm more of a handheld guy, if in all honesty, but PS3 is a pretty good console to own. It's just not as strong, it's just not catered to my interests. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Smallest collection. Pro tip, I would only recommend this system if you could get 3 games or more for the console, but if it's like 2 or 1, you're better off just borrowing from a friend. So that's a major pro tip. So all I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, is this has been Frosty R&B. Stay chilly. Keep gaming. I'll see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to annihilate the subscribe button and explode the like button.